Legs are almost done. Nice and tight and square. Just waiting for the glue to dry. The sanding and finish left. Coming along. All right. Came out okay. I did not need that many clamps, which is good. See no gaps. Pretty flat. Took a lot of effort, but came out pretty good. Alright, so the glue up was pretty good. Came out dead flat, no bow, no rocking, which is good. That's what you want from a tabletop. Dead flat surface. Then I had to swap this with that, just because I thought it would look better. I had to put these tape on the support so glue doesn't stick to the wood here. Cleaned up all the glue, excess glue on top. I have to flip this over, clean up on the bottom, and sand and finish. But before I can sand, I need to take these little tiny branches and knots, fill it with a little bit of a black epoxy. There's another one. I have to go the whole surface, check for any knots, pits, or any kind of a small lifts like this guy. It just happens with the grain when you plane this. You just have to sneak in some glue, close this, let it cure, and sand. And there's another one too. Sneak in some glue and sand and finish. A lot more to go, but this is so heavy. I need some help to lift this. It's about 350 pounds, so more to go. All right, so taking a little break. This is hour number 4 of sanding. This piece is quite large, so I just finished with one side, 4 hours, 100 grit. I have to go down to 220 grit, flip it over, do the same on the other side. I gotta fix these raised grains. Just gotta fill these. So another small pit here. Gotta fix that, gotta fill that. The epoxy fill came out pretty smooth, actually, no bubble, which is good. All right. Oh gosh, I really hate sanding. All right, back to work. So I'm making my own fill. I hate buying it because I can just use these offcuts from the same tree, same lumber, which will match the color exactly. Sand it, save the sawdust. Use a little bit of wood glue, type on 2, and then mix it like this. And just bring this over, actually, before it dries up. So just like using hand, but just mix it a bit, then just fill it. So small pits like this. Look at that. Then use a butter knife to just really fill it in. And then come back again with the sander and sand it off. All right, so we flipped over this top, which weighs about 350, I think. I was contemplating doing that with just Jeff, but when I lifted one side, I felt that there's no way that we can do it. We can flip it over with just 2 guys. So Dan, Ben, and Jeff came over, helped me flip this over. We actually had to carry this out, set it down on one side, flip it over, pick it up, and bring it in. Oh my gosh, this thing's so heavy. But thanks a lot, guys. Ben, Dan, Jeff. It's always good to have great neighbors. All right, back to sanding. So I picked the side piece with a little bit of live edge and sapwood. Usually don't really like getting sapwood because it just so much contrast in color, especially with walnut. But a little bit of it looks good. It just shows it's not manufactured. It's a custom furniture. I don't know. To me, a little bit of this just looks good. Not too much, but everything in moderation. So just need to plane away, sand this thing down. About 4 hours to go on this top. All right, back to work. All right, so back at it again. I finished the underside. It's all fine sanded, oiled, buffed, and cleaned. Looks good. And I had to, again, lift it up, bring it out, flip it over, bring it back in. Mike and Phil from my small group actually helped me today. Thanks, guys. Now what I have to do is, this is Mineral Spirit. I have to use this guy to do some cleaning. So what this does is it wipes off all the fine dust. And if there's a blotchy spot, I'll be able to see it when I do this. For me to do some fine sanding to get those blotchy spots evened out and sanded. So all of this is gonna look like that. The entire table is gonna look like this. All right, so I cleaned up all the surface on top. Now I'm gonna use this hard oil solution. Rubio Monocoat is used it a couple times. It's pretty good. It's really good actually. No VOP, the harmful vapor. I was running short, so I had to get another one. I think it's like $55 for like this much. But it's good, stuff is good. And then I'm gonna probably put one layer of this here. Once that's done, since it's a dining table and I fully expect we're gonna spill stuff, I'm gonna have to put some polyurethane, maybe 2 or 3 coats of this so that it doesn't get stained at all. So, all right, so first coat of Rubio Monocoat down. Yeah, it looks really good. I love this color. Just gonna let it seep in. Once it's not oily and hardened, I'm gonna come back and use this Scotch Brite pad, the maroon pad, to scuff it so it's matte and not as sheen, and just polish this as we look here, and then come up with the remainder of the oil. There are a couple of spots that I want to put a little more on. Let it soak in, do the same. Come back with the poly, do the same for 2 more times. So the tabletop is done. I have to go around with this maroon pad, buff it before I can put poly on. It's really smooth. I really like the texture and smoothness. 2 coats of poly. So between that and Rubio Monocoat underneath, end grained inside and underneath, all around, should be plenty of protection from food drops and toys and goos on that will eventually fall on this surface. Yeah, it turned out really nice, and as it collects more scars and dents, it's gonna look even better. Quite happy with how it turned out. So I got the legs in, drill these dowel holes. I'm gonna use these dowel pins, place them there, position it right, put the pins in, drop it, make the indent, drill the same dowel holes on the underneath, bottom side of the top, and yeah, that's it. I was gonna use hardware, but I just don't like using hardware. Metal piece to put together, and the piece is pretty big, so it tips over. It's gonna rip everything. So these soft dowels will do. It's soft enough that it gives a little bit. So season changes, it kind of, the top actually contracts and expands a little bit. So this soft dowel should be able to give a little to allow for that. Almost. And that's our old dining table. All right, table is done. Young Rock and Ben came and helped me carry this in. This thing was heavy. Thanks, guys. And Christine helped me use that jig to put dowels underneath in the right place, precisely in the right place, to drill the hole here underneath, and then put the dowel pins on the other side to locate the other two sides of the dowel positions, and voila. Quite happy how it turned out.